Hey everybody, this video took a lot longer than I wanted to get rolling, but nevertheless, here it is, so let's just jump right into it. I decided to make it my goal this year to put more time into photography and restart my YouTube channel. My 6D was my main camera and that was getting a little old, and my 70D was getting up there with it. So I decided the best way to make this happen was to get a new camera. So what the heck do I do? Do I jump ship from Canon and move on to Nikon or Sony? After all, I've been kind of annoyed with how slow Canon is to update their lineup for a long time, and when I got to use the Nikon Z6 for a day, I got some of my favorite photos in my portfolio. On top of all that, most of the photographers I know personally are on Sony right now. My main problem actually wasn't the burden of selling off my old gear and buying new gear in a new system. Actually, a lot of my gear has sentimental value, so even though it wasn't the most objective decision making on my part, I decided I was going to stick with Canon. So what were my options? The R5 and R6 were both out of my price range, and the RP just didn't quite have the features I was looking for. That left the R. So I decided to pick one up for $1,200 used, and that's what I'm recording on right now. So I don't plan for this to be a true review. If you're looking for technical specs or full reviews, there's plenty of other videos and tools out there. What I want to do with this is give my subjective opinion on whether or not this was a good jump from DSLR to mirrorless. I'm sure there's plenty of other people out there in the same situation, or if this is a good entry-level mirrorless full-frame camera in general for 2022. Hey.
Yeah, I got a trailer, but it doesn't mean I know what's going on. The timing truck got stuck.
Is that what that was?
Yeah, someone's got a tow rope somewhere. I didn't bring one, but...
I've got one. You need it?
Yeah, I'm gonna go see if I can tug it out. I got four-wheel drive and snow tires in my truck. It might pull out.
Yeah, let me help you. This is a Detroit region SCCA Rallycross. Rallycross is an extremely accessible form of dirt and snow racing where people compete for time. You can either join a stock class that doesn't allow modifications, so anybody can compete using their daily drivers, or you can compete in a modified class. It's a perfect example of how to enjoy the winter living in a colder climate. There will be plenty of fast cars to work out the autofocus and frame rate, as well as find anything that is less than efficient on the fly for this EOS R. You don't think I just came out here to test a camera though, do you? Alright, so let me get my gripes out of the way so I can end on a positive note. At this point, I can't really tell if the ergonomics are bad or if I'm just not used to them yet. Canon's ergonomics used to be my favorite of the three main brands. I have my shutter speed, aperture wheel, my ISO all at my fingertips, as well as white balance and shooting modes. I didn't have to go to any other part of the camera or go into a menu to turn on and off auto ISO. Everything was right there. Now I've only got one wheel, or I can reassign the buttons. I also hate this touch bar. I thought I would like it, but I really don't. There's no tactile feedback, which is the main problem I had with it. Then, when I was shooting the cars going by, I kept bumping the screen and throwing my autofocus point off, and the screen would go black if I paused shooting with my finger on the button. This made it hard to track. Changing to video mode with the mode dial and then the info button is a bit bizarre too. Last is the camera in video mode. When I got this camera, I had seen everyone had an issue because it was crop. I was like, that's not a problem at all. I'll just throw in my EFS lenses, like my 18 to 135 that came with my 70D. It has a stepping motor, so it'll be smooth and quiet. It has image stabilization, and it's pretty sharp. I was actually getting excited to use this lens again. Well, that's only partially correct because it shuts off 1080p 60 FPS with EFS lenses. Why? Honestly, most of these problems can be solved with some settings changes, but these were just the things that bothered me right out of the box. Anyway, with those out of the way, I actually really like it. Especially with the 30 megapixels, I feel like it struck a nice balance between a nice little bump in resolution without having ridiculously massive files. If you can live with the quirks in the one card slot, I think it's a great upgrade from DSLR to mirrorless, or as an intermediate full-frame camera in general. As I figure out what I want my channel to be, please let me know what you'd like to see in the comments. Ultimately, this is for you, and in the past, it seemed like reviews were the most popular, but please let me know. I may even stray away from only photography and mix in cars, projects, and other adventures. I hope this video was helpful to somebody, and I will see you next time.